outrageous.
It's outrageous. This is contagious.
Hello friends, welcome back to ReddX, your source for your precious daily Reddit content anywhere in the internet. Promise, sources is just a fact, and it's solely science. Go ahead and look it up.
That was a somewhat accurate simulation.
Not even close.
Well, I'm here with Wifey again. We decided that we want to try out some r/entitled-parents because that's basically how the channel started, and it's a pretty popular subreddit, so I figured maybe we can grow a little bit bigger, a little bit faster if we give it a shot. It might be slightly beard adjacent, you know what I mean? Like, entitled parents give birth to neckbeard children. At least that's a theory that I'm working on, so I guess we'll see how it goes. If people enjoy this type of content, we can maybe work it into the rotation or something like that. I am trying to get like a set schedule in place, but that's kind of hard with life being as hectic as it is. You know how it goes. So let's get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will jump right into some r/entitled parent stories. Karen at the library. Friends to the rescue! Rescue friends! Hello again! I recently had one hell of an encounter with a Karen. I was surprised that this happened even, since the last time I told you a Karen story, it was from my own mother, and I was 3. But I guess life loves to bring you surprises, doesn't it? Oh yes, much like this episode. I didn't know I was going to record Entitled Parents today. The cast. OP, lover of stuffies and cuddles. Peaches, one of my friends, the protector. Cream, one of my friends, the comforter. And Banana Boat, code name for our Karen. And on to the story. Banana Boat. It seems random, doesn't it? My friends are very aware that I have stuffed animals, and they think that it's fine that I sleep and play with them. One of my friends, Peaches, has some stuffed animals of her own, so we're all good with having stuffed animals. However, many would think that a group of teenage girls playing with stuffies is weird, but that's just how we roll. Anyways, I asked my friends if they wanted to go to the public library with me. I was going to check out some books, one of them being Upton Sinclair's The Jungle, uncensored version. Ooh, uncensored. And I wanted to talk to my friends as well. They agreed, saying that after I get my books, we can hang out and maybe get some Dairy Queen later. My friends are the best. You like Dairy Queen, baby?
Yeah, they make such a good ice cream, remember? You flip it, it doesn't go down.
Yeah, that's their thing.
Yeah.
That's why they make the big bucks.
It's a sticky ice cream for sticky dick.
Oh, God. I went to the adult section of the books while my friends chatted at a table nearby. I had brought a book bag with me that day, which had a couple of things in it. My phone, my library card, some Pocky, oh lord, and my Ladian stuffed animal named Honey. I usually bring a stuffed animal into public to calm myself down when I enter sensory overload, but they're usually small. Honey, on the other hand, was rather medium-sized, about the same as your regular old teddy bear. Because of that, his head was poking out of the bag since it couldn't conceal him enough. This will be very important later. I grabbed my book that I wanted first and then did some casual browsing. I think I was in the cooking section when I saw her, which wouldn't be surprising. She noticed me there, and at first, she was actually pretty nice to me. Banana Boat.
Dear, can you grab that book on the bottom shelf for me? It's getting harder to bend down.
The woman was in her 50s by the look of it, so it wouldn't be too far-fetched that she'd start to have some back problems. I gave a big smile through my mask, saying sure, sweetly, and bending down to grab the cookbook that she wanted. It was just a regular cookbook. She wasn't like a vegan Karen or anything. That's like super mega Karen mode. But I did notice the word Mommy Hacks on it, so yet again I assumed that she was a mother. I handed the book to her happily, since helping people gives me a lot of serotonin. However, I didn't just go on my way. No, I tried to make small talk with this woman. Sometimes my niceness is a curse. OP, so, who's the cookbook for? The woman looked at me as if I was crazy. but then just rolled with my attempt at small talk. Banana boat.
Myself, I have 2 little boys at home, and I was thinking of cooking something special for them. I'm not the greatest cook, but I wanted to learn just for them.
Huh, that's sweet. She wants to be a good mom for her kids. I continued the conversation. OP, I bet your dishes will be amazing, miss. And yes, I called all grown-ups either miss or sir or your grace if I didn't know their name. Don't ever call somebody your grace. That's like so sarcastic. Banana boat?
Thank you, dear. By the way, your hair is absolutely beautiful. How long have you been growing it out?
OP, since I was born, I guess you could say I'm like a real-life Rapunzel. I have long, silky blonde hair, and I'm used to getting compliments about my hair. It wasn't that big of a deal, but then things started to go south. Banana boat?
Your mother raised you well. I'd like to meet her. Where is she?
OP, miss, I came here with some friends. My mom's not here. Oh boy, I should not have said that. Banana boat?
What kind of mother would leave her kids unattended at a library? They could get kidnapped or worse. And especially a little girl. There's so many creeps out here waiting to take advantage of you.
First off, I'm 5 feet tall. Of course, this woman would assume that I was a child. Second off, I'm 15. And I have my phone with me if anything bad happens.
child.
Adorable.
It's like a 9-year-old telling you she's not a child anymore.
Yeah, I'm an adult.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, boy. Lastly, I'm pretty sure Illinois isn't the kind of place to be festering with pedos. Bro, it's not like they wear a sign, okay? They're everywhere. Just, oh man, OP. OP, miss, I'm 15. I'm a grown-up. I have my phone with me if anything bad happens, but I appreciate you worrying about me. This seemed to push her the wrong way. She began lecturing me on how
Parents should be responsible for their kids' actions.
and other stuff like that. I tried to ignore her by spacing out, but then I caught a glance at her bag. It was the merchandise of one of my worst enemies, an Autism Speaks tote bag. I usually stay quiet about things that other people have, but I get very pissed at any ableist merchandise or propaganda, and I couldn't help myself but blurt out, OP, I'm sorry to interrupt you, miss, but your bag is making me uncomfortable. She looked down at me with icy eyes, glaring at me as if I had just offended her. Banana boat.
How would the bag make you uncomfortable?
OP, well, miss, I have autism, and I think Autism Speaks doesn't. Banana boat.
Girls can get autism, child. You aren't like them.
I felt like breaking down when she said the R word. I hated that word so much, and it made me hate it even more when people used it to discriminate against the disabled. Many people don't even realize that I myself am disabled. Misinformation and myths spread by ableists create so much more corruption and pain than any other form of harassment does. But the thing that really got to me was the fact that if I was a man, this woman would have called me a I began sniffling. Trying not to cry, I quickly grabbed out Honey from my bag, squeezing him tight. Stuffed animals help me out with a lot of things, not just sensory overloads. They help regulate my emotions when I'm in public. To put it simply, Honey was preventing me from having some crybaby tragedy in the middle of a public library. Of course, the woman saw me trying to comfort myself and thought that my ways of comfort were inappropriate. Banana boat.
Why are you hugging a stuffed animal? You're too old to have those things. Give it to a child who deserves it.
I wanted to retaliate, but tears were already dribbling down my face. My words slurred together, forming incoherent gibberish, and I guess that ticked the lady off even more. Banana boat.
If you aren't giving it away, I will.
She began to try and grab Honey, but I kept backing away from her. She then managed to snatch him from me, causing me to let out a small shriek. That was the moment that my friends realized why I was taking so long to come back. My friends ran to the sound of the shriek to check out what was going on. They saw me, crumbled up against a shelf, and Banana Boat holding Honey by the arm. She looked over at me before noticing my friends, telling me, Banana Boat,
You need to grow up and be a lady. I'm only trying to help you.
My friends were pissed, of course, since they knew why I kept Honey and other stuffed animals with me. However, they didn't want to cause more of a disturbance than this woman had because some people within the library were now looking over to where this commotion was happening. Peaches, "Excuse me, ma'am, but is that plush yours?" Banana Boat looked over to my friends, now seeing that she was caught in the act. But like the true Karen she was, she would lie her way out of this situation. Banana Boat,
Yes, it is. It's my son's. This girl tried to take it away from me.
she pointed over to me as my friend Cream ran over to try and comfort me. Sadly for this woman, Peaches wasn't taking any of her bullshit. Peaches, "And where's your son?" Banana Boat,
Downstairs with his father.
Peaches, "Why did you have his toy up here in the first place?" Banana Boat,
He was tired of holding it.
Peaches, "Okay, then what's the plush's name?" Banana Boat looked at Peaches as if she just asked the stupidest question in the world, but she decided she'd go along with it and make up a name. Banana Boat,
My son calls it Buggy.
Peaches glared at the mother ferociously. She knew this couldn't have been some simple misunderstanding, and she had evidence to back that up. Peaches, "Well, that would be true, except that when I saw you walk in, you weren't with a man or a child. Even if they were lagging behind, I didn't see no kid holding a lady in plush. Sure, it could have been in your bag, but how does that explain how my friend here has that exact same plush that you say is your son's?" Bro, we're getting all Phoenix right up in here. She chronicles every person that walks into this library. It's amazing. Do you think that they could have produced more than one of these Lydian plushies for an immensely popular Pokemon game? Banana Boat spat back with great frustration. Banana Boat,
Haven't you heard of coincidences? Plus, she's too old to have something like this. She should have grown up already.
Peaches, "A coincidence, huh? Alright, then show us what's in your bag." Banana Boat was practically fuming with rage. She looked like she wanted to scream at my friend, but all she did was put a finger up to her mouth and say, "Shh." The woman...
What? It's not.
Yeah.
It's H.
That's
It's
correct.
shh.
They're in a library, you have to shh.
Oh,
So, like,
yeah. Shut up.
Shut your fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up. The woman realized the shit that she'd gotten herself into, and seeing that her efforts were fruitless, she threw Honey at Peaches and stomped off. Peaches sighed as she walked back over to me. She gave Honey back to me, which I quickly took and hugged him as tightly as I could. We got ourselves cleaned up after that fiasco, and it seemed like some Dairy Queen treats had made that interaction feel a lot better. End of story.
They won.
I don't think anybody really won.
I don't find Opie a weird little boy. I would say it's a little boy because it's only 15. Because I got a cousin and he can't live without his Tasmanian pillow. You know, he had it since he was little. He sleeps with it. He brings it anywhere he goes. And yeah, like he goes and see his dad and he still bring it. It's like an hour or so trip, and it's like, I want to bring my Tasmanian. I can sleep with it. It's so ripped, hadn't washed for many years. He doesn't even want us to wash it.
So is he autistic?
Huh? I don't think that's autistic. Like I said, everybody has its autistic level, you know?
It's a spectrum.
Yeah, like some people just have more than the others, but I think, yeah,
That's
some
fair.
sort like that. So grandma tried to saw it, right? Because it's so ripped. It's really disgusting. It smells horrible. I took care of that little boy for a year or so. Anyhow, grandma tried to saw it, and then he got super mad because she saw it. Because, yeah, he likes to pull it back and forth. That's why it's ripped. He loves to put his face on it. And, yeah, everybody's laughing at him because he just brings it everywhere. They're like, look at that pillow. It looks so horrible and disgusting, and it smells so horrible. And yeah, it's like, it's my pillow.
If it comforts him, let him bring it, you know.
It does.
If I thought that I could get away with carrying around a Pikachu plushie, then I would, because I also get those sensory overload feelings like out in public, if there's just too many people around, my brain literally like shuts itself off. I'm like, okay, I'm not seeing or hearing anything anymore. I mean, OP, yeah, has some signs of autism. Getting mad at an Autism Speaks tote bag. Autism Speaks is a bad thing. Donating like 4% of their funding for like what the fuck they're actually supposed to be doing, which is no good. They're also focused on like causation and prevention instead of like, you know, the people that are actually here and alive now with autism. They're just like, how can we prevent this from happening in the future? We need to find a better way to integrate people into society and be more sensitive to the people that are on the spectrum.
Okay. OP, I think you didn't do anything bad. You just got lucky to deal with this kind of woman.
Yeah, but there are pedophiles in Illinois. Please be careful out there.
Yeah.
You're not impervious to things. But yeah, the entitled parent was definitely in the wrong on this one. That's ridiculous.
Heck yeah.
All right, so we're gonna jump into the next story.
Okay.
Let's do it. Entitled mother thinks our fresh milk is too expensive. Wants to buy a calf instead. Now that's a money-saving technique if
milk.
I've ever seen one. After reading and listening to stories from this subreddit for over a year now, I have dreamed of the day that I would encounter a Karen or entitled parent in the wild. Never expecting it to ever happen, but today was the day. And oh boy, what an encounter it was. So, for a little bit of background, my grandma works on a medium-sized dairy farm as kind of a manager, and I, 18 female, help her out from time to time. We have a thing called a milk filling station. It's basically a vending machine where you can buy fresh milk from us, and it's 1 pound per liter. We're located on a hill, a little outside a small village, and surrounded by meadows and forests, so we do get some hikers or families on a nice walk from time to time, especially on the weekends, and they usually just look at our calves and buy some milk. One shift here usually includes 4 people. Everyone has different jobs to fulfill, so most of the time you're alone just doing your tasks, and my job is essential for the milking process, as it includes bringing the cows to the milking station and then back to their herds once the milking is over. And now, on to the actual story. As I've mentioned, I'm alone most of the time, just doing my thing, running around inside the farm. It's a restricted area. We have signs up since it can be quite dangerous, but the gates are open to make work easier and for ventilation, so theoretically, anyone could just walk in. Still, I was kinda surprised when I, in the midst of literally shoveling cow shit, was met with a rather annoyed behind me. I turned around, shovel still in hand, and saw a woman, maybe in her mid-30s, standing before me. Way too overdressed to be seen anywhere near a farm. She also didn't look like she was on a casual walk with her family. At least, I wouldn't do one in the high heels that she was wearing. She was looking at me rather angrily, and I immediately knew that this probably was the day that I had been waiting for. Although, I never expected it to be here, of all places.
So looking forward to meet a Karen. That's insane.
People do the same with neckbeard stories. They're like, I
Yeah.
want to tell my own neckbeard story. I hope I have an encounter. I'm like, dude, no. It's terrible every time.
Jesus, please, I want to.
Oh, Lord. Before I could even so much as open my mouth, she already started speaking in a very condescending tone to me.
Finally! I've been looking for someone to help me for ages. Why are none of you doing your job and being there when you need it?
I just think it's dumb that she thinks it's their job to wait on her hand and foot. My job is running a farm, not kissing your ass. I was instantly annoyed with this woman because how dare she come in here and talk to me like that? And also, what job was she referring to? Because I, for one, was doing mine right at this moment, and it was strictly timed. I had to get stuff done with 0 time to listen to this lady. Still, I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt and be nice.
Sorry, if you're referring to the office in the front, there's usually no one since we're all here doing our job. What's the problem? Maybe I can help?
I thought that maybe she had a flat tire or something around here and just needed help, because I legitimately had no idea what someone dressed like her could want on a dairy farm. Entitled mother.
Huh? Unbelievable. You should be over there in case someone needs your help like I do. Anyways, your milk is too expensive.
OP,
I'm sorry, what?
entitled mother.
I said your milk is too expensive. I want a better price.
She was saying every word slowly and loudly, as if she thought I was disabled. OP,
Oh, are you talking about the vending machine? I'm sorry, but that's a fixed price. I can't change that. And in my opinion,
she cut me off, entitled mother.
I didn't ask for your opinion. It's way cheaper at the supermarket. But my daughter wanted to try fresh milk, so we drove here. You should match the price at the supermarkets. Oh, you want so much.
What an idiot. OP,
This cracks me up.
entitled parents are nuts, dude.
Ma'am, we're not a supermarket. We're selling the leftover fresh milk so it doesn't go to waste.
She cut me off again, entitled mother.
What? That's leftover milk? Ew! And to imagine my daughter could have drank that.
Now, for clarification, when I said leftover milk, I meant that it was fresh milk, as in barely out of the cow fresh, that we just weren't able to sell to the company which collects our milk because they have fixed numbers, and if we produce milk more than those numbers, we'd have to basically throw it away. At least with the vending machine, some of it still gets sold. If you want fresher milk than that, you would have to milk the cow yourself right into the bottle.
That's true though.
Yeah. You're on a dairy farm. It's fresh. It's not technically leftover, like from yesterday or something. I started to try and explain this to the entitled mother, but she immediately cut me off again. Entitled mother.
No. This is unacceptable. Neither me nor my child will drink old milk.
And then the dreaded sentence came.
I want to speak to your manager.
Oh, God. I already had enough of this bullshit, pun intended. And as I already said, a strictly timed job that I had to get back to because we were in the middle of milking our cows. And this lady was literally holding up the whole process by holding me up. So I was more than happy to agree and just get her to my manager, who was my grandma, and have her get the hell out of my hair. I just motioned for her to follow me and speed walked in the direction of the front office, while the lady was trying to keep up in her heels without breaking her ankles. Now, our office is in kind of another building, and the door closest to us was locked, so we had to walk around the building, across the parking lot for the workers, and through another entrance that happened to be right beside the boxes where we kept the newborn calves in. This was also the place that I met the before-mentioned daughter of the entitled mother. The girl was maybe 10 years old, and was happily watching the calves and petting them when we came into view. As soon as she saw her mom, she ran to her and started excitedly jumping up and down. Entitled girl.
Mom, look at the cute calves.
She dragged her mom over to the boxes. Entitled girl.
Look, it's so cute. I named her Emma. Can we keep her, please?
Please. I expected the entitled mother to say something along the lines of,
A cow is not a pet.
or
We don't have a space.
maybe even,
I don't know how to take care of a cow.
but boy, was I wrong. Instead, the mom turns to me and asks completely seriously, entitled mother,
How much are this?
Now, although we do sell our male calves, since they're basically of no use to us, I for one wasn't sure how much exactly this calf was worth. Pretty sure there was also a registration process involved in owning a cow, and in no way, shape, or form was I authorized to just sell a calf like that. On top of that, cows aren't exactly animals that you could just put in your yard and be done with. OP.
I'm sorry, but
I was cut off again. Entitled mother.
no. I asked how much it is. Tell me.
OP.
Ma'am, that's a cow, not a pet.
Entitled mother.
I know, but your milk is way too expensive anyways. Just sell me one of those if my daughter wants it. and we will have our own really fresh milk.
At this point, I strongly considered just walking away because there was no way this woman could be serious. She deadass wanted to buy an animal that would grow up to be like 1.4 meters high and 700 kilograms, heavy, strong enough to kill you if you handled them wrong. Not only that, but also a breed of cow that needs to be milked twice per day because it produces as much milk as possible, which is about 30 to 50 liters at our farm.
Wow.
All that because 1 pound per liter for fresh milk was apparently too much. And her daughter thought that our calves were cute. I mean, they are, but that's not the point. Plus, you need to properly take care of them, feed them right, and just getting a calf won't give you instant milk. She has to grow up, get pregnant, give birth, etc. All around, this entitled mother would probably have to wait for another 24 to 28 months until this calf starts giving her milk. And then repeat the process every year. So she would have new calves to take care of every year just to keep her one cow running, so to speak. Instead of telling her directly how stupid, time, and money consuming this idea is, I decided to try and take the diplomatic way. OP?
Ma'am, I understand, but it's not that easy. I'm afraid I'm not able.
Entitled mother.
Then get me something who's able. I want to speak to your manager anyways. Why do you have to be such an incompetent worker? How old are you? 15? Children shouldn't talk back to adults. It's
15 is a
insane.
grown-up, okay? And there's no pedophiles in Illinois. That's where I've had it, so I just blurted out the best thing that I could think of at the time. OP?
I'm an adult, and you should stop talking to me like that. I'm not obligated to help you, and in fact, we could sue you for trespassing on private property.
Entitled mother.
How dare you threaten me? Young lady, that is no way to talk to a person older than you. Learn some respect. I demand to speak to your manager. I will get you fired for this.
As if she was called, my grandma stepped out of the building right at that moment. Probably because she heard all of this fucking commotion. Grandma.
What is going on here?
Entitled mother.
Oh, good. Are you the manager of this place?
Grandma.
At the moment, yes. How can I help you?
Entitled mother.
This worker of yours was incredibly rude. She dreaded me and my daughter and refused to help us. She even tried to assault me right before you came outside. I don't know what wouldn't happen if you hadn't been at time.
Entitled mother was trying to squeeze some fake tears out at this point, quickly swiping them away with her finger before they could ruin her very thick layer of makeup. Entitled mother.
All we wanted was to ask if you could get the milk yourself a little cheaper. And my daughter here really likes this cup over there, so we thought about buying it.
My grandma was just silently listening to this woman's story, arms crossed and eyebrow raised because she could smell the bullshit from about 3 miles away. Grandma.
Ma'am, this is my granddaughter you're talking about. And I know for a fact that she wouldn't do any of that.
Entitled mother went awfully quiet at that. Grandma.
So about the milk, I maybe wouldn't help you out if you hadn't just lied to my face. But now I kindly ask you to just pay the full price as everyone else does. And the calf, I'm afraid I won't be able to sell it to you.
Entitled mother.
This is outrageous. I'm a paying customer and I would pay for this calf. Why are you refusing? My daughter wants a cow and she likes this one there.
Entitled girl.
Her name is Emma.
Grandma.
Ma'am, that won't give you a cow. It will give you a bull. It's a male calf.
Entitled mother.
You're lying. You just don't want to sell it because it's pretty.
Pretty boy. My grandma just silently pointed to the big male symbol on the side of the box, clearly labeling this calf as a boy. At this point, the entitled mother just huffed and mumbled something about
Stupid, uneducated people from the countryside
and how she,
would never come back here ever again.
which I would also really appreciate.
Me too.
The entitled girl was whining loudly about,
Hey, Emma!
while her mom was dragging her back to their expensive-looking car, and my grandma and I watched them drive away before having a good laugh about the whole story. Here's a picture of little Emma, by the way. TLDR.
Oh, it is so cute.
That is a really pretty boy.
Aw.
Well, you can definitely milk a boy cow, but it's not going to give you milk.
It's gonna give you cum.
That's a different white liquid.
It's gonna be a baby milk.
But I hear that, like, cow cum sells really expensive. If you get,
Yeah.
like, an award-winning cow or something, then you can make bank off that, right?
Yeah, they're expensive because once they're old enough, you can bring them to a female calf and yeah.
Yeah, make more cows.
Yes.
Dang.
They pay you. The owner of the female calf will pay you to, to have your calf fuck their cow.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
That's the stud fee. Luckily, my wife doesn't have to pay a stud fee. Right here.
I ain't rich like that. You're too expensive. And I'm so glad I got you for free.
That's right.
Yeah.
I foot the bill for the whole thing.
Anyhow, it is super cute.
I'd buy you a cow, baby. Once we get a farm, we're gonna get a little cow.
Look at that.
You want a cow?
Huh? Yeah. I would love a cow, a pig, a chicken, and
Duck,
yeah, a dog,
goat,
goat,
horse,
everything. All the animals that we could afford.
swimming pool.
Swimming pool, fish pond.
I'm really just about the swimming pool. I like the comfy life. Wifey's like, I want to have all these animals so we have to work extra hard. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good.
I want a farm.
And you're so good at it, baby. What a good time. I mean, as long as our farm has Wi-Fi, I'll be cool.
What is a life without a Wi-Fi, anyways?
Precisely. Can't do without.
Yeah, we need the Wi-Fi to register our animals' faces.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What they you put a computer on their face and it shows how much they weighed last month, stuff like that.
That's like Skynet for farm
Yeah.
animals?
It's like online identification for your animals.
That's too far. I don't like
Yep.
it anymore.
That's fun though.
But anyways, friends, I do hope that you liked this episode. If you did, I hope that you will like, comment, and or subscribe. Check out the links in the description. There's some stuff that wasn't on the splash page from earlier, such as my wife's channel. What is that?
Mr. and Mrs. ReddX.
Oh my God, what a great channel.
Don't forget to check it out. I really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button
Oh yeah.
and like button
Oh yeah.
and watch my content.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going up there. We're almost 500 subscribers.
Oh snap.
Yes.
Killer.
Amazing, right? I'm
Wh-
so excited.
We've also got a link to r/ReddX Reads, my personal subreddit, if you want to share something with me. There's an Amazon affiliate link down there, which we're trying to get Amazon affiliate. I need to make like 3 sales. You click through that link, you buy anything else on Amazon, whatever you want, and I basically get 10% of the sale price, which might be nice for some additional residual income. Speaking of income, oh my gosh, how could I almost fake forget about my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. You're seeing some names on the screen right now. Josh K is currently the highest donator, so big shouts out to
Yay!
him, the current king. And I would like to thank all of them, as always, but especially ZeroMMX, Lady Nix, Robert Waits, Pope Squid, Rebecca H, Cider Drinker, Tato Ferret, The Last Shinobi, Mark 211, Michael Undead, Aaron W, Mitch, John Hero, Josh K, Candy Sora, DigiNZ, Fire Drake, Little Lone Wolf, Lone Island, Shara, Marvy the Moth, Miss Monday, Silent Revolver, JM Coon, Leon Embers, and TSM Kirby. Thank you guys so much for supporting on the Patreon. It's definitely a good thing to lean back on when some of these videos get demonetized, which does happen from time to time. You know, YouTube is just kind of random with it, it seems like. And we do sort of cover kind of edgier content around here. So if anybody else can support, obviously that's massively appreciated. But if you can't right now, then don't sweat it too hard, man. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow, because really the views is how my beard is buttered. The beard?
Yeah.
Buttery beard? We're working on the t-shirt. It's coming. In order to join us again, you'll need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, super important, not to be underestimated. But also, don't stress too hard. Take some time out. Do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe watching some videos on Mr. and Mrs. ReddX. Hey, that's a good plug. I know she'd like that. And please, always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I will see you in the next one, friends. And until then,
Bye-bye!
farewell.
Farewell, my friends. We'll see you tomorrow again.
Nice.
Don't worry, because it's not the end for today. What?
It's the end for today. Tomorrow's a new day.
See you.
Oh God, are you the manager of
Good.
this place?
Good.
Oh.
You're so fucking old.
I thought it's gone.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. Oh God, are you the manager?
I just love that word.
It's funny.